started.
This is how we scaled to over 100 employees across 3 locations in just 3 months. Building a hybrid company across multiple locations was brilliant for attracting talent, but a headache for HR. We had to juggle different payroll systems, localized policies, calendars, and working patterns. Then we found iBob, and it streamlined our HR ops life. It gives us a unified view of our entire team, with all the right information available to HR, managers, and employees. Plus, everyone can access everything in Bob from their mobile.
There's a profound truth that many fear to acknowledge, that the most formative battle fought alone, away from the eyes of the world, in the hushed serenity of solitude. It is there in the darkness of the night that I waged my wars, without fanfare, without witnesses. I tell you this not to seek your pity, for there is no sorrow in my solitude, but to ignite a spark of rebellion against the comforting lies of daylit camaraderie. The night, with its unyielding silence, does not seduce with sweet words or promises of glory. Instead, it challenges you with its void, asking, "Who are you when no one is watching?" I embrace that challenge while others lay asleep, dreaming of their aspirations. I was awake, actively sculpting my reality from the shadows. The darkness was not my enemy, but my ally, for it stripped away the distractions of the daylight, allowing a pure focus that is not afforded to those who fear to tread away from the sun. In the solitude of the night, I learned the hard truths of self-reliance. There were no hands to hold, no cheers to spur me on, only the relentless echo of my own heartbeat, urging me not to falter, not to relent. I discovered that true growth, real enduring growth, comes when you're too far in the depths to see the surface. Let me be clear, when you embark on your journey to solitude, embrace it, harness it. Let it teach you who you truly are when stripped of the day's comfort illusions. And when you finally emerge from the night, having fought your battles away from the applause and the acclaim, you will know the profound satisfaction that comes not from external validation, but from the undeniable truth that you did it alone. As I stand here tonight, sharing this moment with you, under the flicker of these dim lights, know that my journey through the night has been my greatest teacher. It can be yours too. Let the darkness be not your prison, but your cocoon. For only in the solitude of its embrace can you truly transform. And when you emerge as I have, you will not just say, "I survived the night." You will declare, "In the darkness of the night, I was reborn. I did it alone, and therein lies my power." Now, let me tell you this. The path of solitude is not merely about enduring. It is about mastering the art of thriving in the absence of light. It is about finding your own rhythm in the silence, your own pace in the stillness. Each step taken in the darkness hones your will, sharpens your spirit, because every decision, every movement is yours and yours alone. The world teaches us to fear isolation, to seek constant companionship, to drown out our inner voices with the noise of the crowd. But there is a potent, undeniable power in learning to stand completely alone. In the darkness, stripped of all distractions, you are the architect of your destiny. Each moment of solitude is a brush stroke on the canvas of your life, painted without guidance, forged without consensus. In the night, every whisper of doubt must be confronted and conquered by none but yourself. There is no place to hide from your fears, no shadows deep enough to conceal your insecurities. It is here, in this stark reality, that you face the ultimate test of your resolve.
Throw me a kiss.
this test, as you surely must, you forge an indomitable spirit, capable of weathering any storm. This journey of mine through the deep night has been a crucible. The lessons learned in its depths are etched into my soul, not just as memories, but as cornerstones of my very being. These lessons have shaped me into a relentless force, a solitary titan walking confidently through the shadows, knowing that the night no longer holds dominion over my fate. So to you, standing at the precipice of your own dark nights, I offer not comfort, but a challenge. Seek not the light for safety, but embrace the darkness for the profound clarity it can provide. Let the quiet of the night teach you about your true potential, which lies buried beneath layers of societal expectation and self-doubt. Discover your strength in the solitude of the night, and let that discovery echo through every aspect of your life. Step into the darkness. Let it envelop you, test you, change you. Then, and only then, can you truly understand the power of your own light. A light that is not dimmed by the coming of the dawn, but is instead defined by it. And when dawn does come, as it inevitably will, you will step into the light, not as a survivor of the night, but as its conqueror. You will step forward not seeking validation, for you have proved everything that ever needed proving to yourself in the darkest hours. You will know the profound peace that comes from having faced the abyss and having found not emptiness, but an unshakable core of resolve and strength. Remember, the night does not need to be your enemy, nor does it need to be your grave. It can be your sanctuary, your workshop, your proving ground. Embrace it fully and let it transform you. Then emerge from it not just victorious, but transformed, enlightened by your own courage, and fortified by your solitary conquests. Stand tall, embrace your journey, and let the world see what wonders can be wrought in the darkness of the night. For those who dare to walk alone, find not just paths, but horizons that others never will. Some people mature with pain instead of age. You need pain to find your limits. You need limits to find yourself. Embracing pain is a task only the bravest and strongest among us can endure. It takes courage and resilience to keep fighting, even when every fiber of your body is begging you to give up. But when you find that strength within, nothing can break you. No trial, no tribulation, no setback can stop you from becoming who you were meant to be. Embracing pain is not an easy feat. It goes against our instinct to seek comfort, to avoid anything that causes discomfort. However, it is in these moments of pain that we find the greatest opportunities for growth, resilience, and transformation. Embracing pain cultivates resilience within us, like a muscle that grows stronger with each repetition. Our ability to endure hardship and overcome adversity is strengthened each time we confront pain head-on. We learn to adapt, to persevere, and to find meaning in the midst of chaos. Adversity becomes not something to be feared, but rather a challenge to be embraced, an opportunity to showcase our unwavering determination and indomitable spirit. It's through these trials that we forge the resilience needed to weather life's storms and emerge on the other side, scarred but stronger, bruised but unbroken. Think about the most successful people in history, the ones who have achieved greatness against all odds. They didn't reach their pinnacle by avoiding pain. They embraced it. They faced challenges head on, pushed through their limits, and emerged stronger than ever before. Pain is not a sign of weakness. It is a testament to our strength. It is a signal that we are pushing ourselves beyond our comfort zones, that we are daring to dream big and chase after our goals with relentless determination. Every setback, every failure, every moment of pain is an opportunity for us to learn,
I enjoyed that last night, you know.
to evolve. It is through overcoming adversity that we
TFI,
discover our
the
true
one.
potential.
Team Free Ireland all day, TFI, never mind the People's Revolution, Sam
So I
Walker,
urge
yeah.
you, embrace the pain,
Team Free Ireland.
embrace the challenges that come your way, knowing that they are not obstacles, but stepping stones on the path to success.
I enjoyed that last
Embrace
night, even though it wasn't planned.
knowing that it is temporary.
Finn, listen, I had to come up with a team. So if I go over to TikTok and charge everyone £1 to join me team, which is fuck all, like, and £1 is like not a month. That's a one-off thing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start and I'm gonna build a team, and it's basically TFI, Team Free Ireland. Never mind Free Palestine. I was with that for a while and I said, nah, listen, Free Ireland. How about Team Free Ireland, TFI? Simplify it. Like ABC is all bases covered. CAB, carry anybody, what? Covered all bases. ABC, all bases covered. But nah, I enjoyed that with you last night. You know, I've been up since 20 to 7 this morning. You know, I had a couple of mad dreams last night. You know, I woke up this morning, my stomach's in a bundle, like this. You know, but fuck it. I enjoyed that last night, Finn. You know, now not many people watched it. Altogether about 100 and odd people have watched it, but all we need to do is to come up with it. We have to do it on your channel because I know I might fuck it up, or I might be late. But like I said, I can read a list. I can read. Well, like I said, man, it doesn't matter whether you grew up in Cherry Orchard or whether you didn't. You grew up in Dublin, and you read the newspapers, you heard the rumours, all that nonsense. Good morning, Andrew. And it's like, the sad thing is, Finn, right? I walked away from a portfolio lifestyle. The road I was going down, you have to understand something. I fit a certain criteria. Drug dealer at 15, Finn. Selling ecstasy allegedly. And then I moved on to the hard shit and started selling that allegedly. And it's like, you know, I come out the other side. Don't get me wrong, I'm on a shitload of medication still. Still though. You know, and like I said, this has always been personal for me, Finn, because what you don't realise is I seen the good in you, and I knew that I had to pick one person from Dublin in your age category, fit your criteria, to be a voice on his own channel. And what you don't realise is, Finn, you know something, bro. Your progress is quicker than mine. Because my first channel, it took me 4 years to get 600 subs. You're on your first year, Finn. Do you hear what I'm saying? Think about it like that. Like, it took me 4 years to get 600 subs on that channel there, Fighting Back United. And look at you, within a year. You're nearly on 500, you understand? And I fucking told you, I believed in you, I could see it. You know, you just didn't know at the time. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna help Finn. You know why? Because I fucking know he's not afraid to talk to the world. And because of him talking to the world, he's gonna bring on a lot of people from Dublin in his age category. I'm 51 right now. Myself, Mousy are around the same age, I think, right? And a few others. But the reason why I chose Finn is because he's Irish, he's from Dublin, he's gone through addiction, mental health, suicide ideology, and he was an easy pick for me because I see the good in people and I see the bigger picture. I told Finn before he hit his first 100 that in 28 days he'll be on 300 subs and you can take it to the fucking bank. And it's like me, Finn, and a couple of others are on a relay team. We're having a race, and I passed the baton to Finn, and he fucking ran with a mate and crossed that finish line before everybody. He's done it quicker than I did. Do you understand? Like, if you like, I'm not talking about this channel. Now I've got 3,700. I hit my channel 6 times. But my point being, it took me, my first attempt on YouTube, it took me 4 years to get 600 subs. And look at Finn, his first year, and he's nearly on 500 subs. Do you understand? And then Finn has people coming on in and out of his live, you know what I mean? And I've watched a few videos, and I wouldn't have gotten to see these videos only for Finn. It's a ripple effect, you see. You know, I help somebody. See, Finn, one day Finn's going to help somebody too. And he's going to tell them how to grow that channel. Like I said, listen to me, yeah? I can tell you now, the best way to grow your channel is to make as many shorts as you possibly can on a daily basis. If you're awake at night and your mental health is playing up, document it. Make a video about it. You know, and send it to the world because there's loads of people out there that your videos give hope. You see, Finn, when you are two things. When I first started chatting to you, you're either a lying bastard or you are fucking telling the truth. And I was just listening to you and I was like, it has to be him. You know, people gravitate towards people like yourself. You know, I was listening to how you spoke about addiction with conviction. You spoke about addiction with conviction. And this is not fucking real. This is not drama or fiction. You know, like, in your first year, Finn, you smashed mine out of the water, my first attempt. It took me 4 years, and I was on panels every night. This is what you don't understand, and I'll wait till today to tell you. You motherfucker, have gone quicker than I have on my YouTube channel. And that's down to you, not down to me. I just try to encourage a couple of people to sub to your fucking channel and you do the rest. You do constant lives. You're consistent. Everything's about repetition, Finn. Neil, it's like that. No, big respect to you, Finn, because you're bringing a few Irishmen together that are in your age category. Do you understand? And it's like, it doesn't matter what age you are. It's like, but what you're doing is you're helping grow an Irish community, and you're gonna help me. Like I said, I'd ride with you. I'd take one. I'd take a smack for you, and I'd give one back in return for you. This has always been about a team effort, and I knew. I said, fuck me, mate. He's definitely on my team. He has to be. It's like, and this isn't about money, Finn, for fuck's sake. You know, shout out to Finn the odd time he gets me a coffee, fair balls to him, and he sent me a Bible. Hey Lee, good morning to you, mate. Like I said, I see things before they happen and I say it. I analyse things, and I knew Finn had a lot in common with a lot of Dublin people in his age category. Finn's in his early 30s, and it's like there's loads of people from Dublin that struggle with addiction, that see Finn's videos, that see Jono's videos, that see Jordan's videos, that see Mousie's videos, and I wouldn't. None of this would have been possible without Finn, because Finn, I truly believe, this is just my belief. Ronan Holden Official helped me. I done 3 podcasts with him. I wanted to do what he did. I said, I want to bring people on my channel and have a chat with them and have a laugh with them. And I started STRAIGHTOUTTABALLYER, and I always used to just want people from Ballyfermot on my channel, but, you know, there's sons of bitches from all over Dublin. There's SOBs all around the world, you know, so it doesn't just have to be Ballyfermot. I want it to be Ballyer, Crumlin, Clondalkin, Cabra, Ballymun, Town, Finglas, Coolock, you fucking name it, everywhere. And it's like uniting the clans and lighting the fucking beacons for it. Like I said, you have to understand something, bro. Listen to me. In 1 year, you have smashed mine out of the park. It took me 4 years to get 600 subs. It's taken you 1 year. 1 fucking year to get 500 subs nearly. You know, like I said, I seen this before it happened, you know, but I never expected it to go as quick as it has, you know. So as your big brother, I'm proud of you, bro. I really fucking am. You know, I meant to say it to you last night on the live. I was like, hang on, this cunt has fucking smashed me out of the water. And I knew, I said, Finn is a beacon for the Irish community. And I was right. I was spot on. I'm hardly wrong, Finn. I'm sorry about that. My fucking Wi-Fi went off. How are you, Lee? And listen, like I said, Finn, you have surpassed my expectations. You're smart, you're articulate, you speak with conviction. You know, it's like you're very fucking good at listening to advice and fucking putting it into using it in your own way, and like I said, molding it and shit like that. And like I said, when I was your age, no disrespect to that, no, you hadn't got life figured out, bro. I didn't know fuck all. You know, and it's like when I come on YouTube, I was way out of my depth, Finn. Do you understand? I mean, way out of my depth. And I went on that cesspit, and one night this geezer come on, right, called PD, right? And me and about 6 other lads, we were in a group on Instagram, including Matthew, and I helped them grow that net. May not tell you, right, Film Boy won't admit this yet, but that was the name I was going to give a channel. And a week later, the fucking cesspit opened, and I dived on board, what have you, and I ended up arguing with a few knobs. And I wasn't concentrated on my channel, but it's like, this will be my 7th year, and it's like, it's always been about nobility and principle for me. Morning, Jono. And the way I see things, is, I'm 51 now. So you're about 35, 36, Finn, right? Now there's people around your age that have listened to your story, that have listened to Jono's story, that have listened to Jordan's story. You know, I'm sure I fucking seen Jono out fishing. Was that you? You bowsy, you? fishing. I was like, I'd love to go there, man. You know, if that was near me, I'd be there. But Finn, again, like I said, when I first come on YouTube, I was out of my depth and I went on the cesspit, right? And this geezer called PD come on one night and he said, "Here, film boy, how come you're always calling people smackheads and this and that, and yet you have Jude on your channel, who's an ex-fucking scumbag drug dealer who used to rob drug dealers, and the IRA shot him and he had to go to England because of it, and then his ma had to go or something stupid like that." Bro, me kids were in there. He said, "Yeah, but hang on, Jude shot people and you have them on your channel." And I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't shoot nobody who didn't deserve it." And it's like, I was like, half of what he said was true. I was a drug dealer and stuff like that, allegedly, and what have you, but he said a few personal things, and he said that I got ran out of Ballyfermot because I was a rat, because of a fella called Will R. Griffiths. Will R. Griffiths from Cherry Orchard. See you, you little midget, you. Your brother with one eye. You were a little wimp back then. A little fucking midget. You wouldn't even look me in the eye, you little prick. Do you understand? He told PD a load of liars, and PD, Finn, may I tell you one thing about YouTube, bro, right? Liars travel quicker than the truth. You know, now I'm not going to come on here and turn around. Like when I was on the cesspit that night, I couldn't turn around and answer him. Like I felt like a fraud, bro. You know, and I was like, "Listen, I don't need to fucking tell you what I did and what I fucking didn't do. You know that what happens on the housing estate stays there. We live, we die, touche, and we fly." You know, so it's like, I couldn't believe it. So I said to him, "You know what, see you. If we ever meet, mate, I will, don't you?" So I ended up going from arguing with this prick to meeting him. PD come to my house. I seen a video. STRAIGHTOUTTABALLYER, "I've just landed in Manchester, Jude. Where are you?" "I'll tell you where I am. There I am. There's my address. Come say hello. Come on. I fucking dare you." But in all fairness, at that time, I got on with PD because he was the only one on here to rattle me, because I was thinking, how did he find out certain things about me? One thing you probably don't know about me, when I left Cherry Orchard at 18, okay, and at 21, I went to fucking jail because I was selling drugs in town, in the city centre, allegedly. And allegedly, they smashed me door off the hinges and found shit in me house that put me son in danger, you know. But because I was a heroin addict, I wasn't thinking about that. Hey, Pac-Man, all I was just thinking about was the next day. You know, now I'm from Ballyfermot, okay? So when I come back from England, when me baby son was born, when he was born, we come back from England when he was born, yeah? That photograph was taken, and about an hour later, now listen anyway, I'm not going into a look, but I come back to Ireland so he could be born here. And I wanted to go straight back. That was the plan, but it didn't end up that way. My ex-partner's from Cabra. I was with her for 20 odd years. So every year I used to come home and I'd stay in Cabra and go to Ballyfermot to see me mates, go to Clondalkin, because Going back to this knobhead, Will R. Griffiths, he said that I was a rat. Now, you know in Dublin or anywhere in the world, if you get that name. So, I brought Harpo O'Driscoll on my panel to tell you, Will R. Griffiths, you're a lying bastard. You'd never told on anyone. You're the rat. That shut him up, didn't it? Oh, you want to call me names, do you here? No problem. I can bring on some of the biggest gangsters allegedly from my ends to tell you here. You see, Jude, give him a wide berth. Leave him alone. All he wants is peace. Fuck off. You know, that's your own fault. Like, you know what I mean? No problem. Fuck off. Now listen, my Wi-Fi keeps knocking off, guys, so I want to apologise for that. But last night I done a quick live with Finn, right? Now, guys, I want to make you aware of something, right? And I'd like to congratulate Finn. When I first come on YouTube, it took me 4 years to get 600 subs. Finn is on here a year. And he's nearly on 500 subs. It's fucking amazing. Like, this is his first go at it. You see, I fucking told you it happened. I knew it happened. I told him when he was on about 78 subs, 74, sorry. You ain't seen 28 days, and I was right. Put it this way. Finn was like a horse in a way to me. Morning FYM. What was I going to say? Finn, like I said, he's a horse. And I was like, it has to be Finn. You see, Irishmen help each other, right? 2 Irishmen helped me, Pablo and Holden Official. Ronan told me I was a beacon for the Irish community. He said, Jude, you can bring people together. You have a way of doing it. I watched how you operated on the cesspit. You're very good at moving people. And I'm like, listen, I just want to build an Irish fucking channel. You know what I mean? I mean a fucking army of Irish people, of course. And everybody else is welcome. I'm not biased. Well, maybe a little bit. I couldn't give a fuck who comes on. As long as you're respectful, we won't have no problems. You know. But like I said, Finn, in 1 year, you were nearly on 500 subs. And it took me 4 years to get nearly 600 on my first attempt. So I said it. I said, see, Finn has the fucking potential to have a big channel on here and loads of people coming in and out. Come on. You see, I'm 50 odd. I'm 51 this year, right? Now, Finn is 35, 36 now. Because of Finn's videos, Jono and Jordan have started to make their own videos, and I'm like, you know what? It's working. All you need to do is keep putting people's names in the description of your videos. That goes for you as well, Jono. Every video you make, put a few people's name in the description in your, you know what I mean, and do as many fucking videos. Guys, right, I need you to do me a favour, yeah? There's only 10 years in here, right? If you're not sub to Jono Crypto, can you go and do it, right? If you're not sub to Official Jordan, can you go and do it? Do you understand? Like, Jono's trying to get to his first 50. And here, we've been here before. I've been here before with another Irishman. And I believed in him. And all it takes is self-belief and listening to what I tell you. If you have to make 30 shots a day, Jono, do it. Because the more you make, trust me, listen to me. I told you it took me 4 years to get 600 subs in my first attempt. STRAIGHTOUTTABALLYER is my second attempt, and I'm on 3,777. So I'm 123. Wait. I'm 123. Oh no, 1,023 or something stupid. I don't know. Whatever. I'll hit it. And all I have to do is make another 125 videos. How are you counting? Like I said, I've loads of people on me bleeding. Like I said, there's loads of fucking people on there. Now, if you don't see a name on there, you're a bollocks then. You probably won't be able to read it. Hang on a minute. There's Mr. Conan. Where is he on that list? I know Conan's here. I fucking told you. I fucking told you. Conan, can you do me a favour, brother? If you're not sub to that Jono in the chat, Jono Crypto, could you do it for us? He's trying to get to his first 50, bro, right? So basically, you know the story, Conan, right? So, okay. This has always been personal for me because a few years ago, my channel got steamrolled by a few English channels, right? And he didn't like me, all because of one fucking reason, just because I was Irish. And I'm like, hang on a minute. You know on that cesspit, the stick I used to get, just because I'm Irish. And I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to grow a channel. I'm going to lay a foundation, being 1,000 subs. Then you plant on top of that. And then you build. You know, and YouTube can see whether you're a cunt or whether you're a right cunt. And here, like I said, my aim is just to grow a platform where, look, we need this in YouTube because there's too much carnage. So I put a few people together, and over time, it's just like I said, look at Finn's progress. 1 year, he's on nearly 500 fucking subs, and he's doing lives all the time. He's making videos. He's putting channels in the description. That is how you grow your fucking channel. Follow what Finn's doing. Honestly, like I said, I'd like to shout out to Finn, Pablo Spencer, John O'Mousey, Jordan J, Luke, Jude. That's me. Shout out to me. No fucking way. Shout out to me. Who else is on that list? Lee Marvin Hitchman, Gibbo, Sean Wayne, FYM, Dublin Celt, Scott from Australia. And shout out to me missus, yeah. Me bastard, it's knocked off 3 times. This fucking thing. Guys, I'm watching this thing with me missus called Life with Kevin Hart. Or what's it called? I know he fucking strangled somebody, you know, and some girl ended up dead in his bed. He's fucked. How are you, hoax? Sorry, mate. Nah, like I said, look, I believe in Finn, and look, he's proven it. You know what I mean? Like I said, I see the goodness in people, and I can see and I can tell if someone has the potential to have a great channel, and Finn's channel is flying, you know, and I'm over the moon for him, you know, and because of Finn, he's brought a few other lads in. So let me finish this, right? So then we have Christopher J, Rob Lee, Conan Benji, Ronan, Amolina, Christine, Louise Dunn, Jockney Jerry, Ron Rab. Like I said, I have a fucking army. You know, so myself and Finn are gonna work out a night where we can do an hour and we can put this plan into action. Like I said here, fuck you, Exposure TV. And PP, you little fucking OAP. You little budgie. Yeah, you're fucking midget, you. And you don't need to hide your face because I already seen it. You know, that cunt as well. He said I had a shit channel one night. I was in Exposure TV's channel one night and he embarrassed me in front of everybody. He said he felt sorry for me. I've lost me fucking mind, he said. Yeah, well, here I fucking found it again. You better hope I don't find you or we never meet. Like, you said you feel sorry for me and I had black teeth, didn't you? You embarrassed me, didn't you? Hey, I can do something about these teeth. What can you do about the vagina on your lip? Yeah, you've got a cunt mouth. Can I fuck your mouth? How about that? I am not gay. I am not a gay. Yeah, I know, darling. What time are we on? Oh, fuck's sake, guys, listen. You're going to have to fuck off. Me live has gone 3 times. I've done 37 minutes. I've like 5 minutes and then I'm fucking going. Conan, you know what, right? One night on Expo's channel, that PP come on and he was like to Expo, yeah, how fucking long has he been on YouTube? He's got a fucking shit channel. You know what I mean, bro? He was paying Exposure TV money every month to be his friend. And everybody else on here that let him on. You know. Pablo fucking Escobar, you're a shit fisherman. You're worse than I am. And I'm a bad fisherman. But yeah, Expo embarrassed me one night. He said I had a shit channel. And so did PP. And have a guess what I did? I went and opened up another channel, and I've gone past you twice, haven't I, PP? You fucking... Yeah, listen to me. Yeah. But like I said, I forgive him for it, because it lit a fire in me. And because of that fire, we are going to have a big Irish community. Finn's building it already. You know, and I'm going to have a football team of dubs. Yeah, now I'm going to fuck off, make some breakfast, and go watch something with my lady. So thanks everyone for coming in. Guys, do me a favour, yeah, if you're watching this now, this afternoon, this evening, tonight, tomorrow, whenever, if you're not subbed to Finn's channel, Pablo's channel, Spencer's channel, Jono Crypto's channel, Mousie's channel, Jordan's channel, Official Jordan, Jake Spirit's channel, Luke Devlin's channel, or Luke Gilligan, Luke G, sorry, Mr. Jude MacDonald, that's me, Mr. Lee Marvin Hitchman, Mr. Ian Gibbons, Mr. Sean Wayne, Mr. FYM, Mr. Dublin Celt, Mr. Scott, aka Straight Jack, and Mr. Donny from fucking Scotland, hail, hail, Andrew Solway, Raymondo, Richard Bosnian, Lucifer J, Rob Lee, Conan Benji, Ronan, Amolina, Christine Louise, Jockney, Jerry, Ron, and fucking Rab. And can you believe starting a sub as well? Right, here, I'm going to take my face for a shit, but like I said, this YouTube thing, every cunt on here makes money by me, but I wanted to bring loads of people together. And then when I do bring people together, you can buy me all the coffee. I need props from my studio. If any of you have a book, a poster, a picture, a cap, a fucking, it doesn't fucking matter. Send it to me. Even if it's a little action figure of fucking Jake the Snake Roberts. I'm going to fuck off now. Like I said, when I start doing StreamYard, you can buy me all the coffee you want. You shall get it one day. You know, this is like, I had to grow my YouTube channels to get a platform of people. Do you understand? And as we go, it's just getting bigger and we're getting, you know, like loads of different Dublin men coming on from all over Dublin. And like I said, you know what I mean? Shout out to Finn. Guys, I'm going. Finn is probably going to go live. Go over and check his channel out if you haven't already. If you've not subbed to Jono, Crypto, and fucking Official Jordan, can you go do it? If you're not sub to FYM, can you go do it as well? If you're not sub to Conan, shout out to Conan. Congratulations on the Premier League again, bro. I've always had time for Conan, mate. He's always been fucking good with me, and you know what I mean? So shout out to you, man. I'll see you later. We out. Done now. Boom.